a lot with our word words, with our vocab, because I use those little level readers a lot, especially with my morning group that's more of a struggling reader group. So some of these ideas I got from the actual, what's it called? Language and Literacy Guide. And if you go to the vocab section, it gives you something that you could do day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. And I just kind of pick and choose the ones that I really like. And like I made some PowerPoints, and I try to do at least 1 or 2 of these. And they also have smartboard activities that you can just download from the online site too and use. But I try to do like 1 a week, and I'm hoping that maybe next year I can add in another one and do like some word ladders and other stuff with it. So when it loads up. But they have some really good ideas in that. So if you look through the vocab section of the language and literacy, you can get some really good ideas. It's like taking. That's my son holding it. He picked a flower on the last day to take to his girlfriend. So this one was for lesson 1 for the vocab. I think my font's all going to be different. But this was riddles, and it's like if you laugh when you trip and fall, people may say that your laugh is this. And I think Amy does this too. We make flip books on Monday of their 10 new words, and we give them the definitions like we use the word cards and trade them around tables. So they have their flip books in front of them so they can pull them open. And did you bring one of your flip books with you?
Yeah.
If you want to hold it, like whatever. I know we both do these. So then they can use those to have the definitions in front of them and the words in front of them. So they go through, do the riddle, and then it repeats the riddle again, and it has the vocab word. So that's, and then it goes through, and it has one. And these were actually in the language and literacy guide. I didn't create this. I made the PowerPoint, but all these activities are in there, and I just kind of made a PowerPoint for them. So they have some things like that. Let's see. They have like a synonym and antonym. They have a question. The one that I did this week, it's because sentences. It's all crazy. That says because sentences. It's a different font. But it says, because sentences, each sentence starter will end with the word because. Because signals that you need to give a reason why the event happened in the first part of the sentence. So they have word work notebooks, so I tell them to write the ending of each sentence in their word work notebook. You go through. Okay, so like the vocab word is impressive. Jane's painting is impressive because. So then they have to finish out that sentence. And I have them like write the entire sentence in there, and then they have to, and then we share out. So it reminds me kind of some of those things that you had on those PowerPoints. If they can define it and use it, other ways, then you know that they know the definition. So like looms, I feel anxious when a homework deadline looms because, and they have to, finish it out. And then we'll share like in groups, so we'll share out loud. Whole group, just so you can kind of get an idea. It's like a quick check for understanding if they know the vocab word or not. So, let's see. And then, I don't know what it is. I think it's the font. It's all crazy. Well, maybe not. Okay. And this one is synonyms and antonyms. And with the smart board, we'll have kids come up and write. Like we talk about urgent, and it has the definition underneath it. And then they have to come up, generate a synonym, generate an antonym. So just, and that's just like for each of the words goes through. But these are all just examples. They're right there in the language and literacy guide.
Wasn't there one about emailing, like write an email, make an email with the words in it? Amy, wasn't there one like that?
Yeah.
There's just some fun little things you can pull from there that'll make it.
Here's the last one. like the words predominantly, so is a forest predominantly made of trees? Or is a forest predominantly made of water? So they have to be able to distinguish what the word predominantly means. So, just some ideas like that.
Alright, and then I'm gonna have Amy show the flip book and then we'll be finished. So Amy, would you mind if I just bring this up real quick and you can kind of explain what you guys use the flip books for?
Well, on Monday, I go ahead and make up a PowerPoint, kind of like what Jenny did with the word, and then the definition, so they have it right there. So we don't go through and take the time of trying to figure out. And so what they do is, they have the flip books, and they write all the words that are the 10 words. And then when you open it up, they have the definition that I gave them. And then they do that on Monday for all those. And then, as we go back and read in our, in the little books that go with the reading, as we read, we stop at each sentence that has a vocabulary word, and we write down the sentence that is in our book. So we have, like, it said one aspect of a family is doing things together. Or, what was one of them? People genuinely thought of Ellie as a musician. That was from our actual story. So as we read, we pick out the words, write the sentence, so they have the sentence, they have the definition, they have the word, and then they can apply it to when they're reading. So that's just it. So it takes us a couple days to get this done, so then they have it for the rest of the week. And then I do a quiz on Friday, but I do it as, I have a sentence, I have the word bank at the top, and I have 10 sentences that I make up. And it's not like write the definition, so I might say, one blank of a family is doing things together, and they have to know that the word aspect goes in there. So they use it in a sentence rather than just knowing the definition. So, that's
Thank
what
you
we
for
do.
sharing. Alright, I really appreciate you guys coming out here today. And I wanna make sure everyone got their PGP